Hi there. If you followed my channel, you know that one of the ways I like to represent factoring is with an area model. And we begin using algebra tiles, which give us this physical, tactile representation of the areas. But they're not a great place to live. When the numbers get big, it becomes unwieldy with so many tiles, and we don't really want to be sliding tiles around a desk just to be able to get factors. So we'd like to translate that to something generic that we can just do on paper. As an example, let's look at 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Now, with the algebra tiles, it looks like this. You've got two x's going across and then a positive 1 out here. So one of the factors is 2x plus 1. And then coming down here for the height, we have x, and then we have minus 3 x's for our height. So our other factor is x minus 3. But you might be looking at that and saying, well, you've got like all these tiles down here that you didn't talk about at all. How do we know that this works when you've got all those tiles in the lower right? Well, to illustrate that, let's take a look at multiplying on a generic model. And you can see how we can transfer the tiles to something more generic. Suppose I had 2x plus 1 and x minus 3, and I'm going to multiply them. Now, notice that what I've got there is I have pretty much the same setup, but instead of the individual tiles, I have these generic boxes that represent the different sections of that rectangle. 2x times x is 2x squared. And if I look in my upper left, I can see the 2x squareds represented by the tiles. X times 1 is simply 1x, and we can see that represented by the green rectangle there. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x, and here we can see that with the 6 negative x tiles in my lower left. And then lastly, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, and I can see that with the negative 3 unit tiles in the lower right. So really, all those sections were taken into consideration. This is what it looks like with the tiles, and this is what it looks like with a generic model. As you get more experienced with factoring, what the goal is to move away from using the tiles and to develop a way to use a generic model that will work even when you have bigger numbers and can be done strictly on a piece of paper.